Now, is there a certain experience that you've experienced with yourself that you're like, you know what? I don't want to drink and live this lifestyle anymore. I want to tap into more of my own spirit and see what I'm actually capable of doing and becoming.
Yeah, it's what's dropping in and I'm remembering is when I was in that place where you were, where it's like I couldn't really function without alcohol. I used to sometimes I went to work without drinking, but that was probably the only thing, you know?
Lucky you, I actually went to work with drinking. So yeah, I feel you on
We
that
do
one.
what we have to do to
That's
survive. Like it
um,
really is, we're just coping the best we can. Like
right.
that is something important. It's like to not give ourselves a hard time for the things that we did because we were really just doing the absolute best we could with what the life we had been given and to cope, right? To show up each day. And so I have so much compassion for that younger version of myself. And I actually have come to really like cherish her decisions because I see them as her still striving for the best of me. She just was really misguided, you
You
know?
put that perfectly because thinking about it, like I don't think I would have changed anything. I really needed to go through that experience of just despair, um, sadness, anger, resentment, fear, all of that. I had to experience that in order for me to see the other side, which is the light. And then once I was able to acknowledge that, you know what, I can't do this by myself. I need a higher power to help me, guide me. And that's when I was remembering I was in my car. This is before work. And was drinking and I had like these plastic bags and I would literally use them to like throw up in and still drink because my body needed that. It was really disgusting. But that's what I had to do. Like you said, we had to do what we had to do in certain situations. And I remember I'm like, I do not want to live like this. I was like, God, I do not want to live like this anymore. Please help me. And then I had like a medical thing happen to me where I had to go to the hospital and be hospitalized. And that was a decision like, wow, this is an opportunity for me to detox and then just to start brand new. And that's what I did in 2017. I was like, and I felt so much empowered and I felt this great sense of, wow, I can do it. I can do it. I just need to be guided properly. And I think
Yeah.
that we don't see that, but we just have to have faith. Like I say, they have faith
Hmm.
and just really just be guided with your spirit. Your spirit is the one guiding you. Your spirit,
Yeah.
God is all connected. It's all connected. It's all the same. We're all like,
Yeah.
we're all connected. We're just one big frequency and energy as we get into like, we're like a collective. And once we all discover who we are and love and give love and serve and be an active service, I think Earth would be just like heaven on earth.
Yeah. Yeah. We've forgotten, right? Who we are and we're caught in these patterns and in the collective unconscious. Like we are all one organism, human beings, and we're all connected. And where we're at in the point of our evolution is that we have forgotten this and we are allowing that myth and lie of separation to really run the show instead of this remembering that I am you and you are me. And what I do to you, I do to me. And what I do to me, I do to you. And so when we can see a lot of the patterns in the unconscious as a collective as well, right? It's not just the positive love collective that we're part of. We're also part of the darkness together. And what happens is I think we personalize that so much. It's me. I'm the one with the bad thinking and the bad habits and all the things. But we're still all in that together too. And if it's important to not to identify so deeply, I think, with the things that we consider wrong about ourselves.
Yes, I was always talking bad about myself. Like I was mentioning earlier, if I did bad on a test, I'd be like, "Oh, you're so stupid, Gina." If my boyfriend had broken up with me, oh, because you're so ugly and you're fat, I would just talk all these things, but I was actually becoming those things. Whatever I was speaking, I was creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want, but when my mentor told me that I can literally create the reality that I want, I was like, what? How is that possible? How do we create the reality that we want? How do we do that? Well, it definitely takes time, right?
Hmm.
But it's, yeah.
But yeah, it changes everything. Like it goes, that thing saying we create our reality goes against everything we've been taught. We're just taught reality's reality, cause and effect. This happens, this happens. You can't change it. You are a product of sort of what happens to you, right? So it's this new way of thinking that no, that's just a story we've been told. And you really are the creator of your reality. You do dream your own destiny into being. And I believe that, and maybe, if this was your experience, like you hear it and the mind says, I don't know if I believe you, but my heart was on board. Like it wasn't something that I just, no, that's not true. I questioned it and my mind freaked out around it. But the truth of me and my heart was like, I'm curious. Tell me more.
And the mind is very deceptive. They're like, oh, the mind is like, I feel like is the enemy speaking to us sometimes. It's just like saying all these negative things. And it's like, go away, go away. Do you experience any negative talk still? I mean, I still do, but I don't pay attention to it anymore. I'm just like, whatever, you can go away now. And I laugh
Yeah.
about it. I laugh about it now. But is there anything that you do in particular?
Yeah, I think there's levels of it. And I actually just created a live about this morning because I had an experience where I was not realizing that I was trying to push some fear thoughts away. I thought I was doing my practices with them. And what I realized is that I really was just wishing them away. And where I've had a really big shift and transformation in my life is where I stopped trying to push things away and make them wrong. And I actually brought them closer and asked what their wisdom is. So some of the negative thoughts, they're just on autopilot and they just need to be rewired, right? That part of our brain, the neural net, that we get caught in these negative neural net patterns and roadways, pathways that we've created from thinking these things for years and years and years. So that's one level of it. And those ones are kind of like they're interrupting the pattern and putting a new pattern in place. Then I believe there's the deeper sort of beliefs that are not just thoughts, but they're more thoughts that have been practiced so long that they become beliefs. They become foundations that we're building our life upon, and we're not even recognizing that we're doing it. And those will often come up in our fears. And when every time I have turned towards a fear, rather than wish it away or try to negate it or not give it attention, it grows stronger. And when I have turned towards it, there has been some incredible gift and wisdom that I've actually found inside underneath that fear. But it took me having the courage to actually look at what was happening and feel the sensations around what I was trying to avoid in order to get the medicine and the magic out of it.